Day 1, the crowds are queuing up to enter the arena. So let's have a look at the pitch. It's looking a bit dry and uneven out there, but the crowd are ready for a great day. Birds have made a good start. This will be no rollover. And there's the first wicket. He looked a bit confused. And there's another. And this is close, caught by Rachel at silly point. Birds have made a bit of a comeback. 2 quick wickets in the fading light see us at the end of the day at 33 for 5. It's the critical day 2 of the match and the Cats make a roaring start. It's looking a bit damp out there on the strip. This is going to be really tricky. The Tigers have brought on their rising star and he's gone straight over to the captain for some words of advice. The crowd are loving this. I think the off-field manager is making some fine adjustments to the field. They've got Shamu. That's another prize wicket. They'll be glad to see the back of him. We're back out again and it's a slow start to the afternoon session. The crowd are getting restless. The Tigers are probing hard into Gower's defence, but Gower's looking magnificent out there in the middle. They're working hard. They're edging closer to a wicket. The crowd are on the edges of their seats. They're all rooting for Gower in this duel. I don't think the Tigers will be able to penetrate Gower's defence. He's looking too good out there. The Gower's defence has been tight. The light's gone now, so that's stumps. As the sun comes down over the ground, we end the day at 55 for 10, halfway through the innings. This is day 3. The conditions are overcast. It's looking quite promising out there for the Birds. Oh no, they've got off to a bad start. That's 3 wickets have gone already. I don't think they can recover from this. What are the Tigers doing? It looks a bit early for a night watchman. It seems to have worked. They've got another Tiger coming in from left field. The Birds aren't getting a look in here. The Tigers are making great use of the damp patches on the ground. This is insane. That's 3 more wickets, all caught close in. End of day 3's morning session and it's 56 for 16. The Birds are scratching around for every run out there. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to stem the flow of the Tigers. It's a fast start for the Tigers. We have the first wicket in just under 1 minute 15 seconds. That one's turning in the wet patch. And just as we are ending the day, we've caught this one asleep in the gully. End of day 3, with 58 for 18, going into the last day. Start of day 4 and the crowds are arriving at the ground. Looks like we could have a run chase here. But it just seems to have fizzled out into a draw. That looks close. I think we could have a referral here. Let's see what the third umpire makes of that.
Is there any contact? Roll that on for me, can you? And back again. Now all the way through.
It's looking close. I'm not sure what the decision will be here.
I have my decision. No contact. Not out.
It's the end of the day and the players are walking off the pitch with the Tadoba score on 63 for 22. Now's time for a welcome drink and a word from the experts.
G'day, Bazza. Thanks for having me on, and hello everyone. We're mid-innings between the Tadoba Tigers and the Bandhavgarh Birds. The Tadoba Tigers made a tigerish start to their innings. After a few dull moments, they amassed a huge total, so it's going to be challenging for Bandhavgarh, but I think the boys have taken a lot of learnings from their innings, and I think they'll need to be careful of the damp patches that their fielders created, particularly in the deep. But if they can make use of the wet patches, I think they'll be fine. Look, I've noticed a few dusty quacks opening up on the wickets, so the Bandhavgarh Birds are going to have to be rock solid from the beginning, drive straight down the ground, particularly off a good length, And I think they're just going to make sure that, if that doesn't come off, then, they don't manage to pick up a few early balls very well, and then they're just going to have to come from behind, which I know they're more than capable of doing. So in summary, Bazza, I think they're going to need to put the Quacks under pressure early on, but if that doesn't come off, it could be nip and duck until the end of the innings, possibly even a super over to decide it, but it's going to be massively entertaining.
First day in Bandhavgarh, and we've got a short afternoon session. The crowds are pouring into the ground and they're looking for action. The birds have started strongly. It looks like they're going to see out this first session. But as the night's fading, a wicket's fallen. It's 9 for 1 at the close of play. It's the start of day 2. The scorers are getting their equipment ready. Oh, and there's the first wicket. And another. Shortly followed by yet another. Oh my God, that's 4 down in quick succession. They don't know what's going on. That's 5 wickets in the morning. The lunch break can't come soon enough for the birds. Looks like he's been fishing outside his off stump. This is what the birds needed in the afternoon session, just one slow, sleepy tiger. At the close of play on day 2, Bandhavgarh are smashing it out of the park at 52 for 9. It's the start of day 3 and the Tigers are looking up for this. The Tigers are looking really confident now. They've brought in the youngsters. He's gone over the top. That's been a bad day for the birds. They're looking really shaky at the moment. It's the end of day 3 and it's 57 for 22. The Tigers are even thinking of bringing on a 12th man. It's the start of day 4 and the youngsters carry on where they left off. They're knocking the birds all over the place. The birds have brought in their heavy hitters and they're trying to put on a bit of a display. I'm not sure it's going to work. The youngsters have done their job and the Tigers are now bringing out their big guns. He's a magnificent player. So what's he done? I think he's smashed that right down the gully. This match is starting to look too one-sided. The sponsors are banging their heads on the desk. The Tigers are reflecting on the day's progress over the drinks break. They're very happy with where they've got to today. The Tigers today have been doing things we've never seen before in a match. At the close of play, they're sitting there comfortably at 60 for 34. It looks like we're getting into the tail end of this match. The crowds are waiting for the climax to come soon. It looks like the big boy's going to finish this off with a stroke to cover point. That's the end of the innings and the end of the match. We've seen some extraordinary sights out there. Bandhavgarh won comfortably, finishing on a massive 64 for 41. But Tadoba put in a very respectable score of 63 for 22 and arguably won the quality battle. Overall, the match finished at 98 for 63. The crowds were delighted by that. Everyone's going home very happy.